The semi-final began in Manchester, where no one could compete at the pace of the game. De Bruyne kicked the game off. Soon after, Gabriel Jesus spinned around Alaba and City were 2 up. Benzema replied with a simple redirection, only until Phil Foden heated it up for a third. A small dig from across and City were 3-1 up. The game was electric as City had chance after chance to score a fourth, but it was caught short when Vinny Jr. scored the goal of his life after his nutmeg dummy on Fernandinho. He outpaced the backline and gave Real another. City's waves of pressure kept penetrating Madrid's defense, and from a piece of magic from Bernardo Silva, City were 4 up. Madrid were in shock and were graciously given a penalty. Laporte's outreach hand gave Benzema a chance, and with no doubt and confidence, he scored football's most disrespectful penalty, the Panenka.
In a moment that matters massively, Karim Benzema, immaculately calm, ridiculously calm, deliciously calm.
It's quite insane how important that goal was for Real, and to have the courage to do a Panenka on the biggest stage is well above anyone. The game finished 4-3 and everyone was excited for Madrid. Riyad Mahrez unleashed a rocket in the 73rd minute, giving City a 5-3 lead on aggregate. Players and fans felt crushed physically as they headed into the 80th minute down 2 goals on aggregate. City were minutes away from reaching the Champions League final and they almost scored again, but the ball was clear off the line by Benjamin Mendy. The atmosphere was boiling, and in the 90th minute, Real Madrid's young Rodrigo made it 4-5 on aggregate. An assist from King Karim, but Madrid were 1 goal shy. And in the 95th minute, Rodrigo scored his second, lifting up Madrid from the shadows of misery.
Rodrigo! Oh, extraordinary!
5-5, overtime was here.
They prayed for miracles, and miracles arrived!
A truly unbelievable moment, and with 5 minutes into overtime, Madrid were rewarded with a penalty, a dive onto Benzema from Ruben Diaz, and with 1 opportunity left, Benzema finished what he started, 6-5 on aggregate, and Madrid were going to the Champions League final. Real Madrid's escape from Manchester looked impossible, but after watching that match, every man would believe that anything is possible. The Spanish heavyweight came back from the depths of football, but how did this game really affect each player? For Real, it was simple. Each player knew how important every second was. They maximized their opportunities and shut down the opposition. There were no words to describe this special moment, but for Manchester City, it was beyond depressing leaving the pitch that night. The season was theirs. The final was approaching, but they conceded 2 goals within added time. The media became chaotic as Man City left confused as of what just happened.
But yeah, we were close, and football is unpredictable.
Sometimes in these moments, the real emotion and feeling doesn't reach until the next day.
It felt like we could have won with a better result, with a better score.
City dominated the entirety of the 2 legs, but fell just short in the final moments.
I think that we played a good game against a really strong rival. We were able to equalize the game. Of course, psychologically, we were better in the extra time.
It ranks as one of the craziest comebacks in Champions League history. 11 goals between the 2 sides over 2 games. Another successful season for Real as they took home the Champions League and finished on top in La Liga. Benzema went on to win the Ballon d'Or that year and left a heartwarming story for every aspiring player. Never give up on your team.